there's a tiny gap between what we learn in our academic curriculum. Our academic curriculum is great, super. But in day-to-day life, what hiring manager is expecting from you versus the skill set what you have by virtue of your certificate, the engineering degree certificate or MBA or maybe MSc. So what you learn in your course curriculum is more of theory oriented and basic fundamentals, but when you walk into any industry, every industry is using tools. Okay? Why they are using tools? To better manage their business and to have visibility on what their inventory levels are, what their profit is, what they're spending, and what they're gaining. Right? In that process, every industry, every hiring manager is having a lot of expectations from you. Okay? So there is a very tiny difference between what we acquired, what we have, and what the hiring manager is expecting from us to hire. So I would like to focus on the tiny gap and try to explain what the gap is, first of all, then make a plan to overcome the inability of not knowing the tiny gap. Make sense? Okay. Having said that, in the supply chain, if you take a look at supply chain, it's a chain, right? Supply chain is chain which is connected end to end. So this supply chain we are talking about in industry. So let's take an example of an industry. So could you please give me a name of industry which you know? Any industry? Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft. Let's talk about what's your good name? Vaibhav. Okay, we have an example for an industry, Microsoft by Vaibhav. So let's talk about this supply chain, okay? With the reference to Microsoft. So this whole circle is Microsoft, okay? So what Microsoft is doing, what they are selling. What they are selling now? Do you have an idea what Microsoft is selling? Wonderful. So what's your good name? Pratima. So Pratima is saying the supply chain of Microsoft is developing products, software products, and selling them to the customers. So as a result of selling the customers, so what is the benefit Microsoft is getting? What is the benefit if I sell a product? Money. Wonderful. So we generate revenue, right? So the whole supply chain is being driven by the customer, right? If customer doesn't want, if you don't want Microsoft product, then it's gone, right? So in the supply chain, the first thing what is happening is sales, correct? You sell sales to your business partner who is customer. Customer could be an individual